Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Kyle, and as always, today we'll be revisiting the game where corners are your best friend. We will be playing on the Middle-earth SMP. Now I was going to start this video off with time-lapse, but then Liam sent me this message. Too bad we're doing it anyways. Let's get started. So, when I logged on after the time-lapse, I noticed there was a whole bunch of doors in the camp. And at first, I'll admit I was a bit confused. Then I realized these were the doors I had slapped in Gabe's house as a prank. So I did ask him whether he liked the decor or not. He said no. Understandable. A man only needs one door. And then I immediately turned around and slapped all the doors right back in his base, like so. To say the least, he wasn't the most happy I could be, but he had just gotten done taking them down, so, again, understandable. So immediately after that interaction with Gabe, I decided to do the smart choice. Put all the deep slate to good use. And, of course, I made this epic parkour jump. Let's go, I'm good at the game! But I put the deep slate to good use by filling in these walls, which I never thought I would get around to doing in this episode. But to be fair, I do get around to a lot in this episode, so again, it's not really a surprise. So since there wasn't enough space to build the thing down here, I had to clear out even more space than in the last episode, I think it was. But then I made a sick epic gamer ender pearl into my chest monster. I went back to store some stuff, and I got a little carried away and made several prototypes of this area. And right now you are currently seeing the one that I will stick with for the rest of the season. Honestly, I really like it. So, now I'm just collecting water to fill up these little drainage canals, and now that I say that, I should probably tell you what I'm going to be doing. In this season, my base, I'm going to be living in a large, well, maybe large, sewer system with branches leading off into several abandoned rooms, which is what I'm going to try to do. I'm also going to try to work with skills I've never done, like water. Like making waterfalls look making water looking natural when it's falling down. Which, I think I kind of fail at later in the video, but there's also one trick I'm going to show you in a bit that involves stained glass. Now that trick with the glass is the fog trick. Now most of you have probably seen this, I'm assuming. It's where you dig like 14 blocks down or so, put carpets over a bunch of torches. For me, I used moss, since that's my only green carpet, and I'm doing lime green glass. And then you'd stack glass on top of it with either A, air blocks in between, or using two of the same color, like green, use green and dark green glass. You layer that on top, and it creates a nice fog effect, but sadly, the only one that really works, and I didn't realize this before doing it, is the two-colored fog, which is using the lime green and dark green. because Bedrock's lighting engine and rendering engine is. And after that, I quite literally decided to throw every table into the sewer system to make it a bit more livable after failed attempts at killing mobs. Because yes, I'm that bad at the game. So the next task on my hands for this episode is to do the ceiling, but first I kind of got a little carried away and kind of finished off down here with the walls and the flooring. Water took a while, but it's all worth it, in my opinion. It still looks really nice, but the waterfall could be changed a little bit. Again, there's always room for improvement with me. But again, I'm really proud of this. Now, for the ceiling, I kind of want to do more of a cave style, like the roof is breaking in from being so old, and I might even throw moss on the walls. So, yeah, pretty neat. So I will quickly mirror this on the other side. Well, not mirror, but kind of copy over. And I will see you when I'm done. So now that I have both sides done and dusted, I'm honestly quite liking this. For something that I just winged without any picture whatsoever, aside from that I wanted it to be a cave roof, I'm pretty proud of it. So, to be funny, since he put the doors back in my base, I'm starting something that's going to be going back and forth for hopefully quite a while before Gabe gets too annoyed. I'm just going to slap a constant going bell in his base. I love the sound of it. Like, don't you just love the sound? I can barely hear myself over it. So, almost immediately after I got back on, after switching the texture pack to plastic, Gabe had put the bell in my base. I spent like 20 minutes just straight up boat glitching for a little bit of extra. I know it's cheaty, but I finally found it. After 20 minutes, you're a very smart man. You put it in a place that was very difficult to boat glitch. So, I said I wanted to keep the annoying bell thing going, so I didn't just put one bell in, not just two, not only three, but 4 bells in his base. Now, of course, I did help him find 2 of them because they weren't possible to boat glitch, so at least I wasn't nice way to describe it. So, a fish had jumped down into my sewer, while trying to tie it out, and I had ended up killing it. So I was just thinking, I get a lot of cats around the campsite. Why not tame it? First fish, it worked, and I brought it down to my sewer. It will probably remain for the rest of its days. Its name is... Well, actually, you guys can name it down in the comments. But just to top it off, we're going to do what Liam hates and do another time-lapse. Let's just get into it. For the last bit of this episode, I decided to go wither skull hunting. I'd already found 2 out of the 3 before I decided to hit record, and honestly, it wasn't that hard. I had things completely under control, so this is no problem.